Good afternoon, you lovely lot. Good morning. Welcome to our mid-show of the day here on Crafters TV on this absolutely glorious Sunday, the 18th of June. My name is Craig, because you can see it just along the bottom there. It's disappeared. It's gone now. And I hope you're all well. I hope you are enjoying either your Sunday or just the start of your Sunday. Big happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, whether it's your dad, whether it is your stepdad, whether of course might be your uncle, your granddad, whoever you're celebrating with. Of course, then a big happy Father's Day to you all. Of course, we are thinking to those who have lost their loved ones and aren't able to spend the day with their father or their uncle or granddad. So sending all of our love to all of you. But hopefully you'll be able to spend a little bit of time with us where for the next 2 hours we're going to be having a first look. Now, not just any old first look. I'm going to leave you hanging just that little bit longer because it's between two of us. We're going to go back and forwards in this next couple of hours with myself, and after an absolute epic craft along earlier on, Michelle is back for, well, the last show of the day before Lily takes over, and it is Michelle.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much.
How was your Sunday lunch?
It was very nice, thank you very much. Really loved it. Nice and full now. Got a little bit left over for later on before I come back for Second Chance Sunday, but it was delicious. What about yours? It
was very good. I had a turkey. Do you know what? Is it really sad that the veggies were my favourite bit?
Were they?
They'd cooked the carrots.
Yeah.
They were beautiful.
It was all nice. I do like a stuffing ball. I ate my stuffing ball. What? Well, it was nice, George, wasn't it? I love stuffing.
I love a good stuffing ball.
3 minutes in. 3 minutes in. I did not start it, thank you very much. I said that I loved the stuffing ball with our Sunday dinner. It's you guys with the dirty mind, not me. I'm the professional one here today. Well, I'm meant to be on this side. Doesn't always work. But we've got a good couple of hours. I was saying this is your last show of the day.
It is. Yep. It is. Hence the giggles, probably.
Yeah.
It's my faux Friday show. But we have got jam-packed. I've got a few demos for you, but we have got some amazing stuff coming up on the show. I'm just making sure that I've hidden my stuff so you can't see it. But yeah, we've got some amazing stuff coming up. Hence, we've got amazing stuff coming up all week that you are going to love.
Absolutely. So we have got Susie T on the socials for the remaining of today, I believe. And Lois is in saying good morning, everyone from Ohio. Well, good morning to you. Sarah Brown is saying, hello again, my crafty friends. I'm watching you from bed as it's now 11 p.m. Hope you've all had a good break, got something to eat, to drink. Yeah, we all did. We all did. Sending you love and hugs from Melbourne, Australia. Terry Anderson is saying, good morning from Ohio. Had a sleep in and missed the craft along, but no fear, I was able to save it to my Michelle folder in my YouTube library for later today. Too hot to be outside. Well, see, and that's the thing. Certainly here in the UK, I know not everyone likes the heat, but because we don't get it that often, you know, a lot of people assume that everyone just runs out to the heat. Well, not everyone does like the heat. You know, sometimes a lot of you use the heat for the period of time to actually go indoors and escape when it comes to the hot weather. So, you know, you can always go back to, of course, our YouTube channel and watch any of them, which a lot of you do. Don't go there, Nicola. Bonita Robinson says, good morning from an overcast Tennessee. We've also got Sarah saying, hi Craig, Michelle and the Crafters TV team. Mary Smith is saying, watching from Hailsham. Chrissy Mahoney is saying, hello again. Have 1 hour, then I have to leave for work. And Betsy Throp Black is saying, good morning from Houston, Texas. Well, good morning to you. We have got the same team. We've got Tracy outside. We've got Nicola and George in the gallery with Susie T on the socials. So if you do want to ask anything specific when it comes to maybe how Michelle's done something, although it's a first look, but if you've still got a question, you can absolutely fire it across. You can, of course, either watch via Facebook or YouTube, or, of course, you can be watching from the website. Now, I say you can watch and shop at the same time. So there's still elements that you can shop ahead of. The new launches we are showing you are launching throughout this week. So therefore, you'll just have to wait until said item is launched on said day to get your hands on it. But we do have tape runners, we've got cardstock, we've got kind of little bundles that you can absolutely purchase at the moment on crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. While you're there, do check out the double points on selected items in celebration of Father's Day. So when you go onto the website, you will find the icon there for you to click onto. When you click onto that, got a load of Crafters Companion products with double points for Club Inspire. That does end midnight tonight your time. So wherever you are across the globe, midnight your time is when that's going to end. Started on Friday morning with myself, and then it is ending at midnight your time later on today. The other thing that's ending as well at midnight your time is our Cartload Warehouse sale. So myself, Ben and Debbie Fisher, we were together for the Cartload Warehouse sale on Thursday evening UK time. There's still quite a few items there in that sale. We did lose a lot, but there's still quite a few there. So you can have a look there, take advantage of whatever is left over, but that will also end midnight your time too. Then while you're on the website, check out our daily weekend wonder that we've got today. It's Aqua Pens. They're going to end at, about a minute before our wake-up call starts tomorrow, when we'll have a brand new pick of the day. So it's all there on the website for you to have a look at. But what we are going to be really focusing on within this show is our launches for this week. We've got an incredible week coming up. You are going to absolutely get your fix of Leanne throughout this coming week as well, where she's going to be showcasing a lot of these brand new launches. So all that you need to do is tune in each day and see what item or what collection is launching on that actual day. Of course, you will find it on the website once that day hits. So shall we start with a gorgeous brand new collection? Now, do you know what? I'm going to do this back to front. Let's have a look at some of the finished samples just to give you that little bit of a tease as to what you can then be creative, because we've got some of the most beautiful finished samples. That one was done from our Bianca. This one here that we have got has been made by Lisa, and then we've also got another one from Bianca as well. Look at the colours, look at the designs, look at the frames. Our Julia's made that one, and then look at this one here that our Bianca's made as well. Isn't this absolutely glorious? Now, what is this one? This is a Venetian Grace collection, and it is a jam-packed full collection. So let's dive in and have a look, because what you are going to be getting is 3 Shimmer ink pads. Now, these are in our small square collection bundle that you can see here. So you're going to get pink, gold and blue. It is a 3-piece, and this one is from your Shimmer ink pads. So you're going to get that one. You're going to get the little cherub. How adorable is that little cherub? You've got the actual stamp that you can come along and colour. You've got the die that you can then, of course, cut out, and then there's the actual stamp itself. So the little cherub. Then we've got our bridge. I can't quite work out what it's actually, Rialto bridge that you're getting here. So you've got that lovely Rialto bridge. Now you can imagine that on your cards or your projects. What about your memory book? You know, if you have been away for even if it's just a couple of days, whether it is along the lines of the Venetian, or if you are just going across anywhere, Central Europe, Italy maybe, would look absolutely beautiful. But you've got that one. Then you've got your harp as well. So you've got that beautiful heart there. Look at the size of that. But you've got the detail. But what you've also got down here is a lot of embossed detail. So this is another one that I would highly recommend, as I have done and suggested with previous collections. You're finding a lot of our dies now coming back with embossing detail. And what I mean by coming back, I feel all across the board in the craft industry, dies started to lose their embossed detail. What I mean by that is with your rubber embossing mat. We've got lots of detail now. So die cut it, run it through again, your Gemini or your die cutting machine, and then of course have all that embossed detail. You've then got your Renaissance frame. How exquisite absolutely exquisite. Now, not only have you got the Renaissance frame there, you've got your outer die. So the whole die itself, the actual frame die, it will cut out of your card, but then giving you that extra outline die, what that's then going to do is that's then going to enable you to create a matte and layer, or maybe a drop shadow, or you can come along and do an aperture if you want to, but you've got that big chunk of detail all the way around and in the corners. So that's in there. What about more of a kind of delicate frame here, but a little bit of a different size with this one. You've got your ornamental frame. So you've got that little bit of a detail, thinner detail at the top here. So you've got your die inside there to create an aperture or mats and layers, same as the outside, but all of this gorgeous detail that runs throughout. Remember, these are first look as to what is launching throughout this week on Crafters TV. This one is your Renaissance border and corner. Now you could elongate that if you wanted to, but then having all of these 3 different corners too. Really nice for little photo corners, but you've got the choice to use them in whichever way that you want. Then we've got our opulent Grace. This is a 2D cut and emboss folder, so it does exactly that. You've got all that detail that embosses, but then what you've got is you've got that oval circle, that oval die, sorry, that die cuts out to create that framework. Maybe with one of the sentiments that you also get. Moment in time. So you've got lovely sentiments here such as faith, love, hope, moments in time. You've got today is all about you. You are the music in my heart. I have faith in you. Just breathe. You'll never live this moment again. What lovely little sentiments that you've got. You've got that little musical note as well with a standalone stamp. But that's in that collection. Then your linen cardstock. This has got to be potentially, one of the colours in here has got to be one of my favourite shades. Can you kind of tell which one it's going to be if you know me? Let's have a look in here because you get a proper look at the colours when it comes to it full on. So you've got your oranges, you've got that really, really dark grey navy there, but then you've got kind of like your baby blue. I love that one. I love that kind of mint tone that you've got. But then we're going to go into more of an older orange and then going into your pink as well. So that one is all your linen cardstock. So within that one there, you're going to be getting that at 250 GSM and there's 24 sheets there. You love your 12 by 12s, don't you? Well, you're absolutely going to adore this one here. And in actual fact, it's not even that opened yet. So let's dive straight in and open this one. Yeah, I'm going to get a 6 by 6, so I'll show you the 12 by 12 and then I'll just pop the 6 by 6 to the size because as many of you know by now, the 6 by 6 is the same as the 12 by 12, it's just been shrunk down. So 36 sheets, so this one here is your multi-sheet pattern paper, meaning double-sided. I mean, that's just the first page at the back, look at that.
Frame.
Of course you could.
And that's it, isn't it?
Absolutely, you absolutely could. You've got the water there, it's kind of like a little bit of a gondolier there as well. And you've got all of that epic building. But if we then start to carry on with the florals, I'm thinking, of course, going in with your clear highlights, you know, your sparkle highlights or your glossy highlights. And then, oh wow, look at that, a lot of that white work that you've got. But
they're
then,
just like pieces of artwork.
They are,
aren't they?
they are. And you know, and I say that quite often about our 12 by 12 pads, and I know you've just said it there, but this legit is one that you could imagine being framed in a spare room or into just maybe the hallway or something like that, just for that bit of decoration. I love that one. That one, absolutely gorgeous, really with that kind of really light pastel baby blue, but it's kind of like splatters of gold. So someone's just gone in with gold metallic paint and splattered it onto that sky baby blue. But then what you've then got is more of the florals there, just with the man there, just popping out there on the gondolier. And then as we carry on going, get that one there. Is that natural? No, it's not a natural clock. It looks like a bit of an old-fashioned clock. It's not, but you've got the big centre detail with a few of the cherubs just all the way round. And then we've got another one there with that floral, with that kind of building work into that backdrop. Then we're going to carry on going here, more with the cherubs and that florals, with that distress effect, with that kind of white distress that's just going side to side. We've then got more, I mean, this one giving you kind of like that silhouette feel of the town away into the background with the florals just sitting full frontal. Then we've got another one there. That's really, really beautiful, giving you that look of that bridge there. You know, you've got them just here in that gondola here with the flowers at the top there. A little bit of fussy cutting or going in with your corners, of course. You can absolutely do that because you've got the corner dies. So if you do love that Venetian feel, that cherub feel with all of the ornate corners, borders, bridges, that is absolutely going to be the collection for you. That one is just your 12 by 12 paper pad. You've also then got your 6 by 6 paper pad, but not only that, and it's a size I don't think we've done before in vellum, 6 by 6 vellums.
I don't think we have.
24 sheets of your 6 by 6 vellums. So these images, these are just going to complement as well the 12 by 12 and the 6 by 6, but it's in that gorgeous vellum that we do at Crafter's Companion. What you're also going to get, you did love the tassels within that last collection. So we've got some beautiful bright tassels here when it comes to the Venetian Collection. You're then going to get all of these gems too. Now these are your AB gems, your Aurora Borealis. So they are silver, but then they've kind of got that, as I call it, that oil work effect. So any light or any colour that hits against it, you've got that AB effect that just bounces. And then I've already showed you the ink pads, but this is them just being popped onto cardstock and then die cut out. I mean, look at the gold, the blue, and that pink as well. So that is your Venetian Collection, an absolute massive collection, and beautiful, elegant, sophisticated collection when it comes to all of what you're getting. That range of the pads and the vellums, the dies, the stamps, the tassels, the gems, all of them combined make a beautiful, elegant collection. I know that's going to be a busy one this week once it launches. And are you going to be doing something with it, Michelle?
I do.
Are you now?
I am. I do. We're going to have a little play. So I've picked the ornamental frame. This is it is absolutely stunning. And as always, you're not just getting the frame in there. So you've got that lovely, bear with me, there we go. You've got that lovely outside die. You've got this lovely decorative element, but you've also got that inside die as well. So just by adding that one extra die, the possibilities of what you can do are just obviously so much more, because you tend to get these two and that sort of it, but the fact that we've got this one as well, I just absolutely love that. So I've picked some of the it was very hard to cut it up, can I just tell you? But I've picked some of this gorgeous paper, so you've got those lovely, lovely cherubs on there. Some of the pale blue linen card from the pack, and we'll make a nice little easel with this.
Oh, excellent! Looking forward to this.
So let me just move those to the side. So with this here, I'm going to create my base. So you can see that I've already got a fold on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop that outside die on there. So I'm going to position it beautifully so you can see that cherub. So let me just line that up, and then we're going to tape it into place.
And that's the nice thing, isn't it? You're able to then cherry pick sections. So if you want to have that cherub in the centre, then you can.
Yeah, absolutely. You can cherry pick the cherubs.
You can, yeah.
Right, so let's pop this through. And again, you can see that I'm using my big plates, but you could see by the fact that I'd put both of them on there, they're both going to run through your smaller machines. They're going to run through your MIDI and your junior, or on your junior plates through this machine. Because they're perfectly sized for that. So let me just get rid of this, pop this off very carefully.
I mean, I know you're using the blue from that linen, but that mint that you get inside of it, I just adore that mint green.
Yes, that is absolutely gorgeous. That one, and I must admit the navy, I love the navy blue. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So besides those couple of pieces that are left in there that I can just That one's just caught on that little swirl there. Let me twist it round. There we go. You can see it's cut out absolutely beautifully. So let's just pop those bits to the side for now, because I've already got an extra piece cut with my cherub right in the middle.
Okay.
Because what we're going to do with this is going to become my easel. So this top piece is going to be folded, but I'm not going to do it like that. I'm going to bring my scoreboard in. I want to get it nice and a nice clean score line on there. So what is that? Bear with me. Just trying to line that up. So we're going to score that roughly in half, which I think is about there. So let's just pop that underneath here, and then we'll score that. We'll burnish it. There we go. So let me bring in my other one for that. And even though I've used the paper pad to create my easel card, it doesn't really matter because I'm not going to be using it as a card on its own. I'm going to pop it on the top of a box. So I'm just going to pop those to the side. I'm going to bring this in. And yes, L for lid, just in case I get myself all mixed up.
It's a good idea doing that.
I went through a period where, I don't know if you remember, but I went through a period where it didn't matter what I did. I always ended up making a lid that didn't fit. I got them mixed up. I was putting the bits that should have been on the top on the bottom. So I started putting, as daft as it sounds, just so, sometimes it's just the simplest thing as putting that L on there so I don't get myself
So you
all
don't get yourself,
confused.
no. Have you ever been to anywhere like Italy or that before?
I haven't,
No, I've not either.
I would love to. I must admit, Italy is one of the places that if I could go anywhere first, I think it would be Italy.
And I think what's nice, we've had obviously the Mediterranean collection as of late.
Yes.
You know, now obviously we've got the Venetians along the lines of Italy, of course.
Yeah. I love that we've got sort of collections
I do.
coming like that now.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, definitely. Except that it makes me want to visit every place in the world.
Yeah, I was like that with the Mediterranean.
Yeah. Right, so this again, that's that gorgeous paper and the linen cardstock from this collection. And again, it's all going to work perfectly. I know I can pick the mint green, the light blue, the navy blue. Yeah, that's what I love. It takes all that guesswork out of it for you. Makes it so much easier. You can just do the playing, which is the bit that you want to do.
Of course, yeah.
All the guesswork's taken out of it for you, so we don't need to worry. So I'm just lining this up with the bottom. So we're going to pop that on there.
Okay.
I'm going to glue this bit, because obviously it allows me to know exactly how far up I need to be gluing, rather than gluing this bit and trying to judge how far up to glue. So just lining that up.
And I think this is one of those collections that really is going to be singing and dancing when you start to include your easels or twisted easels, or maybe your template library or your card blanks that we've done, the different shaped card blanks with the stencils. All of these get really creative with the actual collection.
Oh, absolutely, you really can. I mean, this is just going to make the most beautiful 6x6, 7x5, 8x8 card with not much on it other than those papers and a sentiment. But obviously then, you know, bringing all the dies and stamps in, it is a wow collection, is this one. So just lining that up on there. Let me do it that way. Being left-handed is such a hindrance sometimes. There we go. So I've got my little easel. I've got this already stamped out. So it says, "I have faith in you," and it's from this Moment in Time stamp set, which is again adorable. We'll pop a couple of foam pads on that because it's going to be my stopper. And then let's pop, in fact, to tell you what I'm going to do, and I know I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to put this together first.
Do you know what's nice to see as well? You've done the construction, the easel, out of the pattern paper, and then you've done the framework out of the linen cardstock.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah. I mean, the linen cardstock in that frame popped on there is going to give it a little bit of strength, but to be honest, because it's going on the top of a box and it's not an easel card that I'm gifting as a card, you can get away with using the paper to create it, because again, it's on the top of the box, so it doesn't have to have the rigidity as if I was giving it as a card.
Yeah, that's a good point actually.
Yeah. I mean, if I was making a card, definitely, it would absolutely obviously be out of card and then matte and layered up.
Yeah.
Let's pop that to the side for now. I'm still using this. Still got my...
You're still using it? I wondered why there was paper clips on it.
Well, I was losing them yesterday. I was doing a craft along yesterday and I just kept losing all of my paper clips.
Yeah.
So that was there. Obviously, it had some dies on it. So I used that. I popped them all on there and I've kept them there ever since.
Great idea.
I know, just the simplest things.
You don't necessarily have to use it for dies, do you?
Well, that's it. You know, the thing is, again, because I make a lot of construction pieces, I've always got little pegs or little paper clips hanging about, and they are annoying. They get lost all the time. So the fact that something as simple as this, I can just fling them on there and know that I'm not going to lose them at all. Right, the reason that I've popped this together first is because this is bigger. It's hanging off the side, each side. So rather than me, again, judging or guessing how far to the edges to glue, I'm going to glue on here. And because I've put the base on, it's going to be strong enough for me to allow me to glue this straight on the top.
And going back to the construction of the easel itself, of course, you know, we come here and we can only give you, you know, our advice and tell you why you would maybe tend to do it out of your heavier card rather than the pattern paper. But there's no rules. There's absolutely no rules. Do you know what I mean? If you want to, of course, do the construction out of your pattern paper, then we can always tell you why you might want to go for the large or the heavier card. But it's your collection once you get it home, so you do as you want.
It absolutely is. We were saying this yesterday. There's no hard and fast rule. There's no rule book out there that says you must do this or you must do that. You know, we can say, well, we've tried this and this and this, and this works best. But absolutely no rule book at all. Little cherub. He is absolutely gorgeous. So I've just coloured mine in already.
Do you know who it looks like?
Who?
Me.
Little cherub.
Do that pose. Let's see that. Can I see that again on camera, George? I could just look at my boards, I suppose. What camera am I on, George?
Do you know that's a spit and dab of you, Craig? Absolutely.
Just need the wings now, yeah.
To replace your devil's horns.
Ooh.
So anyway, so let's pop Craig in the centre of my frame. So I'm going to pop a couple of foam pads on, and I'll tell you what colours I've used. So I've used my Fair Skin blend, the True Blue blend, the Golden Brown blend, and I've used my Ice Grey blend to colour this in. And I've got my brush pens, but obviously you can use just your normal ones if you prefer.
This would be a good collection to watercolour with. Of course, you'll have your shimmer pads, which will be water-based.
Oh, gosh,
but
yes.
even just doing washes with, you know, your water reactive or your sparkle pens or aqua pens or anything like that would look beautiful.
That would be, actually, the watercolouring aspect would go beautifully with this collection. Absolutely. So the only other thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop, just in the corner here, one of those gorgeous tassels. So let's just pop that. If I was at home or if I had my hot glue gun on, I would either use my hot glue gun or actually I would probably thread a little bit of string or ribbon through it and attach it that way. But I think if I just pop all my mess to the side and turn that round, because I've got it on the top of that box, I don't need the strength, which is why I've been able to use the paper, because you're going to want to use this paper all the time.
That is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. What a great project that is, being able to create that easel on top of the box as well. Just wow. Absolutely wow. And you could be doing that if you get your hands on the collection, which launches this week on Crafters TV. So what we have got is, let's just go through all of these items again, just so you can see what you're going to get within that full collection. From the cherub, the Renaissance frame, you've got your ornamental frame as well that Michelle was just using. You've then got your Renaissance border and corners. Then you're going to be getting your opulent grey, so that's a 2D cut and emboss folder that you can see here. You've got your beautiful moment in time sentiments. We've then also got our harmonious harp that you've got there. I don't think I quite said it quite right, but you get the gist. You've got your bridge Rialto. I'm going to have to rewrite whoever's written on the back there. You've got the tassels. You've then got your gems as well. You've then got all of that gorgeous linen cardstock, absolutely beautiful, with one of my favourite tones, I think, to date, being that mint. You've then got your full 12 by 12 paper pad. So if you want to see that in detail afterwards, go back to the start of this first look show where I went through all of the sheets individually with Michelle. You've got that 6 by 6 paper pad as well. You've also got, and I can't say I've seen this size before when it comes to vellum, you've got 6 by 6 vellums that are going to complement, of course, your 12 by 12 and 6 by 6. And then you've got your 3 shimmer ink pads, your pink, your gold, and your blue, which is then going to give you that beautiful effect, whether of course you just lay that colour down, whether you blend it on, ink with it, or you start to do your backdrops and your water effects, you can do that of course. But that is your Venetian collection, so maybe you've been to places such as Italy, been on the gondolas and then started to tour about or started to travel about and you want to use them for your scrapbook pages, or if you are simply just wanting to go in with something a little bit different when it comes to the projects that you make, but you can absolutely do that. And although I was saying, you know, you might be inclined to come along with your template library or maybe your shaped card bases, as you can see here, you're still going to be able to make such beautiful, beautiful cards with just the elements from that collection on its own. Your smaller cards, up to your larger cards, in between as well. And then don't forget, certainly with a lot of these dies, you're going to be able to use them on the foil press as well. So you can imagine some of these with all that gorgeous foiling. Now, talking about colour, if you really want to go to life with colour, we're going to show you just something in a wee moment. I know last week Michelle had a really good play with them just in our next door studio when she wasn't on air, but she was in the area, so she was prepping inside. But let's say a few hellos. We've got Suzanne Dynasty is in, we've got Sherry Burns is in, Rhonda Crowley Creations is in as well, Linda Armstead, Kathy's in, Barbara McDale's in, YOU Expressions by Candy is in. We've got Terry Anderson is, Michelle, your hair is beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much.
Lovely, looking lovely. George agrees. Rhonda's saying the same as well. Michelle, I love your hair. I know Ben's in watching again, as is this morning. We've got Kirsty D is in. Debbie Mann is in saying, Michelle, your craft along was the best. I will be making it tomorrow, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It was a really good craft along. Lynn Blackledge, hashtag Go Live Granny is in saying, hi on my travels watching from Wiltshire this time. Oh, going about. Bet you it's lovely there. If it's nice weather, bet you it's nice.
Yeah.
Rhonda's saying, I want to make that suitcase larger to put a little photo memory album in there. It's a good idea.
Yeah,
Could
great
do that.
idea.
Michelle kind of showed you how you can work around that size to make it bigger. Pauline Hassal's in, Mary-Ann Rosie's in from Alberta. Lillian Knox saying hi, Craig, Michelle, and everyone else that's here. We've got Sherry E. Jackson is saying, I definitely want to give the harp, cherub, ink pads and stamps from the Venetian Collection a go with the Angel Collection.
Yes, work beautifully
Good call.
together.
Really good call. Stephanie's saying pretty samples. Anne-Marie is saying that would make a really good frame, which would have been one of those that I just showed you in there. Melanie D saying beautiful papers. Thea's in, Brenda's in, Alicia Gordon's in saying good morning, happy Father's Day from Arkansas. Well, happy Father's Day to all of you as well. We've also got Michelle, our Craig, is an angel, lol. Maybe a dent or two is in his halo, but an angel.
A dent or two.
Oh, a dent or two. Sandra Dundas is in, Michelle, a construction project, a multi-dish box with magnetic base or side. Not too sure what you mean on that one, Sandra. Michelle, a construction project, a multi-dish box with magnetic base or sides. Is that something that you think would work with this collection or an idea for Michelle? Let us know, Sandra. I'm not quite sure what you mean on that one. A lot of love for what you just made there as well, Michelle. Lisa saying, brilliant job. Sapphire P saying, nice box card. Barbara's in, Lois is saying pretty card as well. So much love for what you've just made there when it comes to the Venetian Collection. Remember, this first look is all about what we've got launching this week on Crafters TV. So what you're going to do every single day, you're going to be tuning in into their shows, you're going to be going onto our website, you're going to find what collection, what item, what product is going to be launching on that day. What I can tell you is you've got Leanne on for a good few of those days as well. A few of these are going to be demonstrating. I think there's one day she's going to be on with Sheena presenting, so it is all about our brand new launches that we've got coming this week, including something that you love and you were using.
Yes.
Shimmer.
Love these.
Shimmer. We all love a little bit of shimmer. So we've got our brand new shimmer sprays. Now I'm going to show you the boards first. These are divine. Absolutely divine. Look at that. Look at the colours, but then look at the shimmer that you are getting. You're getting that different tone as well. You've got some of the dark navies, but then you've got the green that are coming through. This is what they'll look like whether they're on white cardstock, and then this is what that same colour will look like on black. So for instance, this one there is your ice silver. So ice silver on white card, ice silver on black card. I mean, look at the difference. Isn't that magnificent? You've got gold dust. You've then, he was actually an old-time wrestler, gold dust. We've got sunset bronze as well. We've got deep seashell pink that we can see here. You've then also got your firelight sparkle into here. Then down here you've got your golden sunflower. So once again, the white, it's all white along the top there, and then black card on the bottom. So then you've got your summer meadow. I'm going to tilt that back and forwards once again. Really showcases it on the dark card, doesn't it, Michelle?
It really does.
Really does.
Really does.
Celestial map. That's a nice one too, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you've also got your royal velvet, and then you've also got your golden heather as well. So that is how these all look on your white and your black cardstock. And this is how they're going to come with you, to you. So you're going to get all of these in your bottles here. Now within each bottle you have got 50 ml. So you've then got these ones, all of these ones here. But it's not just these. What we have also done and put in, which I think is a great idea, is a little care kit as well. So you've got a little care kit that you can then, of course, look after them. These are then going to prolong the life of these ones, certainly when it comes to the spritz nozzle that you've got. Each of them all come with their own little individual spritz bottle top, but you are going to get a little care kit. So that's giving you a full spare empty bottle. Then what you've got is 2 spare spritz with the actual tubing as well, and then you've got a little, it's kind of like a little funnel as well. So if you are wanting to decant, or Michelle, when you were using them, you were sometimes mixing a few colours, weren't you? Or it was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, you absolutely can, mix a couple of the colours together. You don't just need to spritz them. There's obviously so many different ways to use these. But I mean, I said, and I know that Leanne has said, and she'll go over it again, that the amount of mica that is in these is just... It's unreal. I mean, you can see straight away how much is in there. So the care kit is because we need to look after these. Anything that we've got that's mixed media, we're going to have to look after it. So if it's any glitter paste, we need to make sure that they don't dry out. If it's these shimmer sprays, we need to clean our nozzles, things like that. So yeah, but you can decant them. You get a different, obviously, spray effects, decanting them into different bottles, painting with those, using them on embossing folders, using, I think, this texture paste on that, and then it's been, coloured over. So many different ways. Even if you're not into your mixed media, you've got to remember that as soon as you use ink, you are mixing your mediums, so technically it's a mixed media product. So don't think straight away to the extreme and it's quite scary. It's not. Just spritzing your products. Look at that. That is gorgeous.
Isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But you're going to love these, absolutely.
And that's literally just spritzing at the top and letting it run down,
isn't it? Letting it run down, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, look at this one as well. How simplistic is that one?
Yeah, lovely splat. I did something very similar where I was using a straw, to get those different effects.
I mean, that one as well, Michelle. Look at that one. So smart. So smart. You've got another one just here.
Adding spraying water, because obviously they're water-based, so spraying water on top, it means that, it's going to move more, it's going to blend out. They dry beautifully on acetate.
Oh, wow.
You do need to sit and leave them to dry.
Okay.
But they dry amazingly beautiful on acetate.
I mean, that one there and this one are Nicole has created. That one there, Nicole's also created. Our Julia has made that one here. And then all of these are beautiful. I know Nicole had an absolute blast. Look at the finished samples that she's done with these ones here. Nicole, incidentally, if you didn't know, Nicole Bretherick and also Bianca, you tend to find a lot of their finished samples on our packaging.
Yes.
They do a lot of finished samples for the packaging of our products. So you can see these ones are all done from Nicole. Gorgeous finished samples. I know when these actually launch into the week, you will see lots of other finished samples from more on the team. I know our Julia had a blast with them, but this is what you are going to be getting. You're going to get them in the bottles and that little home care, and then this is what they look like once you spritz them onto the white cardstock, or of course your black card. So these are all the colours that you're getting. This is what they look like on white card, and then this is what the same colours look like onto black card. But then, Michelle, you'll get a different look, navy card, grey cardstock, Kay, you said acetate as well. Yeah. But then your bright cards, or maybe your pastel cardstock, all these different looks. But it's your shimmer sprays, another one of our collections, certainly our shimmer ink collections that are launching this week on Crafters TV. So you're going to find these ones popping up on the website and Crafters TV during the week. So that is what's going to be coming this week. We've already had a look at 2. We've still got quite a few to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you this opportunity just to get a little bit of a breather, maybe write down the notes of the collections is that you're thinking, right, I need to tune in for that this week. And then we'll be back just in a couple of minutes.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook. where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our Backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those 3 people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away, we're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other, where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part, and it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
We've got Suzanne Dynasty saying, first time I'm seeing these, wow, these look fantastic. I think that was going with the shimmer sprays there. Barbara's saying these shimmer sprays are stunning. I'm so looking forward to adding these to my CC stash, you and me both. Thea's saying, what beautiful samples. Barbara McNeil is saying, wow, these sample cards give me so much food for thought when adding a splash or two and creating our cards. They really do. Sometimes that's all you need. It's a little spritz of the shimmer. It's just going to then lift and elevate your finished card or project. Kathy Myers is saying, can't wait to order these. Yeah, I'm going to be the same as well, Kathy. Remember, this whole first look is not a first look at just one item. We're showcasing many, many launches that we've got coming your way this week on Crafters TV. Another one that we are going to be launching, we've gone from a full collection from the Venetian Collection. We've gone in down that route of that mixed media style, although as Michelle said, don't get scared when you say that word. It's absolutely very, very easy to create in style when it comes to mixed media. You're simply mixing two mediums. But that is your shimmer sprays. Now we're going to have a look at some of our paper pads here. Now these are your colours of summer, and boy, They are full of colours of summer. You've got 36 sheets here, and they are 12 by 12, and they're 180 GSM. Now, they're double-sided, but what you've got is, for instance, when it comes to this back page here, on the back, you've got your polka dots. So you've got your lilac pattern paper with your white polka dots, but then bam, look at the front sheet of it. Isn't that absolutely fab? So the contrast between the back and the front, how fab is that? So maybe you're not necessarily into florals, or maybe you're not in a flowery floral mood that day, and you're just wanting a simplistic pattern, then you've got that option as well. Or if you are doing fold backs, wraps, tea bag folding, anything like that, then you know that they're going to complement each other perfectly. So another one, this is slightly darker in that lilac tone than the previous sheet here, but then look at the difference when it comes to all of that flowers. You've got that foliage work as well, that instant hit of lilac, different shades of lilac with the purple. Then you've got your polka dots with the white onto your yellow cardstock, and then look at that one there. I love that one. I really, really adore that one. Really, really nice, really, really pretty. And then is this one here. It's slightly lighter in yellow, so they're not exactly the same. So you can maybe, yeah, there you go, perfect. You can see the difference. You've got your darker yellow with your polka dots, with your lighter yellow. And same with the design. It's a completely different design. It's a bit lighter, it's a little bit muted. And then also the actual florals that are a little bit smaller as well. Then we're going to go into the blues with the white polka dots. So you see you've got all that blue work that you've got, which is glorious. Then we're going to go into our, did I skip one there? I think I did, didn't I? Did I? There's that many beautiful ones. Yes. So that was the one I just showed you there. Let's get that last one, because it is a different blue, which is here. So this is for me, there's a lot of symmetry in that one. I know it actually doesn't look like it on your screen, but for me, you've got kind of a lot of parallel lines when it comes to the florals up close. But that's another tone of your blue. Then you're going in with your greens as well. So your green with your white polka dots. Then we're going to go into your darker greens that you can see here. I mean, the colours that you've got, the designs that you've got, they're not overly empowering. You know, you've got some flowers that can be, can't they, Michelle?
Yeah. This is by far the most beautiful paper pad I have ever seen. I love a polka dot. I like to think that they listened to me next door and thought, we'll do, Michelle, that polka dot pad. But mixed with those florals, it's absolutely stunning.
Absolutely stunning, for sure. I mean, look at that one there, really, really large. You've really got that focal point there with that hit of the yellow right in the centre of, you know, and it could be a couple of florals, it could be a peonies if you wanted to, but then you've got your darker pink with your white polka dots. And that one, you've got a lot of white work within there. And then we're going into the reds there straight away. Let me look at that. Now, even if you're starting to think, and I know we're a few months away till November, but, you know, remembering Sunday, of course, then you're going to be able to use it from that one, because there is a few in there that it could be poppy-esque. You've got things that could be little fruits if you want to, such as strawberries, but a phenomenal 12 by 12 paper pad. They are double-sided. You've got 36 sheets, 180 GSM, but that's not it. How would you like a linen card to complement? Well, you're going to get that. You know how much I love my linen. 24 sheets, 12 by 12, 250 GSM, and these are all going to complement the polka dot colour that you've got. So you've got your two different shades of lilac, you've then got your two different shades of the yellow, going into the two different shades of the blue, you've got your two different shades of the green, into more of those pinky tones, and then into the roses, into the reds as well. So all of these, both of these are your colours of summer. They are going to come together. They are 12 by 12. Your pattern paper is 180 GSM. Your actual linen cardstock is 250 GSM. So either use them as they are together, or you can start to mix these in with things such as your Mediterranean Dreams if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Nothing stopping you bringing some of these shades in with the Venetian if you want to, in conjunction with your shimmer sprays, of course. Lots of things that you can do, and I know that Michelle's got some finished samples to show you too.
I've got some amazing finished samples, but the polka dot side on them are going to work beautifully with the rainbow colours one. What is that collection? Colours of No, the rainbows, all the different rainbows. There's the girl with the umbrella.
Oh, Colour Your World?
Yes, Colour Your World. The polka dot pieces are going to work perfectly with that. But we have got, again, amazing, amazing samples, just showing you how beautiful the polka dot side works with that floral side. So this is Leslie Pyle. So we've got that gorgeous little handbag there. Got a beautiful card here. This is Hayley Ralph. And again, showing you how beautiful both sides are going to work together. So lots of cards showing just that thing. So this is Leslie's again. Absolutely gorgeous cards coming here. So this is Jan Marshall.
Wow.
How beautiful is that? Just again, look, the polka dot against the floral, it works absolutely
so
perfectly.
well together.
So that's Jan's as well. Now, as much as these cards are absolutely beautiful, you are absolutely going to love making construction, bags, boxes. This is Jan again. So Jan, that is absolutely gorgeous. Just showing how beautiful both sides of those work together. Look at this. Who is this? Is Jackie Smith. So look at this. If I pop this open at the front, we've got some lovely Velcro. We've got 4 boxes in there, very similar to what I've been doing, what I did yesterday, but you've got the 4 boxes on this one. Instead, you've got that lovely acetate window at the top, all made amazingly beautiful by mixing that floral with those beautiful
unbelievable
polka dots. Look at this little box. How adorable is this little box? So this is Sandy Brooks. So if I open this up, look at this.
Oh wow!
That is a miniature of what I did yesterday.
What you done?
How amazing is that? This is literally, what is it, 1.5? These are 1.5 by 1.5. So if you've got something like those Hershey's Kisses or little individual wrapped chocolates, look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. And again, showing you how both sides work beautifully together. So this is Jackie Smith as well. So you've got a lovely concertina. You can be popping photos in there, you can be popping tickets from concerts and things like that. It could be a nice little memory album, that could. Look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is it's the Jackie Smith show today, apparently. If I pop this open, you've obviously got that gorgeous sentiment on the front. When you pop it open, look at this. Look at that. You've got your bookmark in this side, you've got your card, your greetings card in that side, you've got a little gift in the middle. I can smell them from here, they smell lovely. So how amazing is that? Again, you've got the floral and then you've got the pow of that beautiful polka dot.
You know what's funny? That's not that unlike the craft along that I done the other day with the Bohemian Collection. Instead of candles in the middle, it's just a little box that you can put a pen or pencil in for your notelet.
Yeah, absolutely. Lastly, but by no means least, let me say it's Jackie's. This is Jackie's again. So again, I think big construction pieces like this really showcase how beautiful these papers, the linen cardstock, work together, the polka dot and then the beautiful floral on these. So again, some absolutely stunning samples from the design team, which again shows just how much fun they have had with this paper pad and the linen cardstock.
There you go. Well, that's now a third launch that we've got coming your way this week on Crafters TV. So what we have got, of course, is we've got the paper pads, we've got the pattern papers with all of the beautiful florals in your different colours. You've got your lilacs, your purples, your yellows, your greens, your pinks, your reds. But on the opposite side of each of the pattern paper, you've got a colour-coordinated polka dot pattern as well. Not only that, with that one, you are going to be getting your 12 by 12 linen cardstock. So the tones of each colour are going to work with the backside of your polka dots. 24 sheets when it comes to your linen card, which are 250 GSM, and then when it comes to your pattern paper, what you have got is you've got all 12 by 12 sheets here that are 180 GSM. So you know that they're going to work together, coordinate together, and craft together. So that's now the third launch that we've got coming your way on Crafters TV, and Michelle's going to have another look at them apparently with a demonstration.
I am. I mean, I know I've just said it, but a polka dot is my most favourite paper, and the fact that I have got a full pad full of not just the amazing polka dots, but the gorgeous floral that's on the other side makes me so happy. I can't even begin to tell you. So I've already cut a piece out. We're going to pop it together on this card. So I've cut a piece out. I've got that gorgeous polka dot, and I've got the floral on the front. I've already got lots of pieces already sort of done. I made a gorgeous flower with, again, these papers. So what I literally did was I got one of my dies. Which one was it? Say It With Flowers, the Delightful Rose. And I just cut lots of petals out because, again, you're going to be using these for all your flowers as well. So let me just bring in my ball tool and just my stamping mat.
Okay.
Because it just gives me that little bit of give when I want to sort of shape these. So I'm just going to shape all of my petals, and I'm just using my ball tool and I'm just bringing them in sort of from the outside. It gives you that lovely shape and depth on there. And then if you want to, you can pop it back over, go with your ball tool in the middle, and again, you're getting lots of different dimension on these. And you're just going to do that with all of them. But what we're going to do is, instead of having the same colour showing, we're going to alternate them.
Okay.
So we're going to have like linen, then pattern, then polka dot. It just, again, you wanted to showcase both sides of these papers. So just popping these together like that, and then I'm just going to bring in my glue. Just let me get that bit of dried glue off the top, and then you're going to decide how you're going to make this up. So I'm going to have a plain one at the bottom. We're going to go for flower. There it is. Flower next. Pop that on there. Give it a good... The good thing is, when you are sticking them together and you give it a good press in there like that, again, it brings all that shape into your flower. Let's turn this one over, pop that on.
Not only that, it's the choice that you've got. You know, whether you want to have that bold floral side, whether you want to have that polka dot side, whether you just want to have that full edge to edge with the linen cardstock, or mixing and matching, because you can have the linen with the polka dot, or the linen with the floral, or floral and it's just so much choice in the ways that you can use them.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. So, as it's me, I'm definitely a more is more. So when I'm making my flowers, I like to put lots of layers on there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 at the minute. We're definitely going to. I like a big flower. If you're just going to have one flower on your card, it has to be huge.
I do enjoy making paper flowers. You know, I love the flower forming, but there's just something about making paper flowers. Definitely.
And I think I must admit, I make a flower and I reach for the foam straight away, and I think actually it's going to look just as beautiful.
Of course, yeah.
With the paper, because I think we just naturally reach for the foam now, or the crepe paper. So let's pop that one there.
Because I do love polka dots as well, but I predominantly only use them for like new baby cards.
Yes.
And even then it's pink, it's blue, or it's you know, a unisex kind of yellow or ivory colour.
Yeah, definitely. I think we do, don't we? So I've got a lovely flower there. I've got one already made, and all I've done is popped a little gem in the middle. So we're going to pop those to the side so you can see it absolutely makes the most gorgeous flowers. But then we're going to bring in this card base. So I've already got some of these matte and layered. You can see that I've just, either with that little distressing tool, or with your scissors, or with whichever you're more comfortable using, I've distressed my edges. So before I stick those down and onto this, I'm going to do the same with this. So we're going to distress this. We're going to make it like a new mum whose baby hasn't slept for 3 nights. A little bit ragged round the edges. So, and this is good. This is good because if you're wanting the full-on look, it's good that you're getting those natural tears in there. So let's bring this that way. Obviously, the closer I hold that to the edge, the less that I'm going to put big rips in there. You've got a little bit more control. So I've ragged all my edges. So what I'm going to do now is decide which way is up, and I'm going to put a rip. I'm just going to rip down. I'm going to put a nice big rip in there, and then what I'm going to do, either with a pencil, with my poker tool, whichever you feel more comfortable, that you can wrap it round to give you that that curve. It's entirely up to you. I tend to use my little poker tool because it's quite thin. And then once you've done that, it unravels a little bit anyway, and you get to see the other side of that gorgeous paper, which is what we're after.
Right, yeah.
So just on that one piece, you get to see both sides. So this distressed look is absolutely a brilliant way for you to see both sides. We're going to put another little one just down here because it's just more pleasing for the eye. So I'm going to exactly the same. I use my poker tool, but you've probably got a tool that you're more comfortable using. And then we're going to pop that on there like that. So I'm quite happy with that. So let's pop that to the side. And I've got this gorgeous card that I'm going to create a little tower on the side. So bring in these in. I've got 2 with the polka dot side. Again, really showcasing all the different sides of these. This is my favourite colour in the pack as well, this rose colour. It's just gorgeous. So we're going to pop these on the 3 sides of this tower.
What I like is how the shade of the linen matches the specific shade of the polka dot background perfectly.
Yeah, it does, absolutely matches perfectly, it really does. I mean, I love a good paper pad at the best of times.
Yeah, something about a paper pad, isn't there?
There really is. I'm definitely a paper pad addict, I've got to say. And just creating, even if it's just a nice, simple card that you are creating, just seeing the paper pads on there, just absolutely gorgeous. So let's glue this down. So obviously I can't glue all the way to the edges of some bits because we want those obviously to stay stuck up in the air.
I've never thought to do like a little V-tear at the bottom as well.
Yeah, I think we tend to do a nice, decent one at the top.
Yeah, but never the bottom.
Yeah, I think I like it. I think it just a little bit different, I suppose, isn't it?
Definitely.
So making sure it's nice and stuck down. Now, and then we're going to pop it on here. So I know my tower piece might protrude over that a little bit, but it really doesn't matter. And if you don't want it to, obviously, interfere with that, then you would just move that tear a little bit further over. So when I glue this down, so it's going to go over that a little bit, but you're still going to have that bit poking out from this side, so it's still going to look lovely. So let's so when you are creating a tower like that, fold that in half and bring it over, stick it down flat. Then when it pops back up, that's going to be stuck exactly where it needs to be. Rather than trying to judge, have I got that straight on there, it's going to do it for you. So let's give that a good burnish.
It's a really good idea, that.
So bring it back on itself as well. So you want to make sure, especially if you're going to be posting these, that it's going to fold both ways. I've used my collal, so it's just taking a little while to just go off. So I'm going to pop that there. I'm just going to stick it under the edge of my mat while it's drying. And then I've done the same. I've got another piece
cute.
that we're going to pop on the front. So it's a smaller piece that we're going to pop on the front. But I've done the same with it, but you can see instead of doing it that way, I've got the polka dot on the front with the lovely floral coming through from the back. So again, just alternating those pieces, because it's definitely one of those paper pads that you want to see both sides. You're going to struggle to cover one up.
Oh gosh, yeah, of course you do.
Yeah. So the fact that you're going to be able to do this and have both sides on show is just such a bonus. So just one for this piece because it's going to go on the front. And again, all my sides edges I've distressed. If you've not distressed before, definitely get that distressing tool because it's very safe and it's very easy to use. I always tend to use my scissors, I must admit.
I used to, before we got our distress tool, the distresser.
I do have one. I always forget that I've got it. And then by the time I've finished doing whatever it is I've done, I've thought, why didn't I get it out? I'm
like that with anti-static bags for stamping.
Yes. Yeah, I'm exactly the same.
I must have about 4 of them, but I keep forgetting to use it.
Yeah, I've got loads. So I've got my lovely tower, and you can see by sticking it down the way that I did, my tower is absolutely perfectly square. And this still sits in front of it, so I've still got, that's not hidden at all. So this is going to pop on here, so I've got my little fold there as well, and it's going to pop on here, and I'm going to do exactly the same. We're going to bring this down flat to stick both of those pieces down. It's a bit like doing a double Z fold, the way that we're going to stick these down. So a little bit of glue on there, pop a little bit of glue on that side, and we're going to pop that on while it's flat. There we go.
Beautiful.
So, making sure that I'm happy with the placement. Yeah, make sure it's nice and glued down before you lift it up. And then this is where my lovely flower is going to go on here. So again, let me just give this a nice good burnish to keep it, there we go.
What a fab card.
Let me bring that, there we go. Oh, popped off. There we go. Do you know what the good thing about the collal is? Even though it's just popped off, I can pop it back on and it's going to stick lovely. If I was at home, I would take a little bit more time. I would wait until it had totally dried before I folded it both ways. But because I'm trying to rush, and I don't know why. There we go. So that is absolutely rock solid now. You've got all your distress that matches. I've got that gorgeous flower there. And I've got, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. So we're just going to pop those on the front. Oh, if only you guys could see what I can see. Yes, let's have a look. It's a wonder we get any work done.
It's a wonder we don't get sacked.
To be fair,
that's what I was thinking, George. Demon Headmaster, a kids show years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. to be fair, I don't think we could get away with any of this stuff anywhere else.
Of course we couldn't. Surprised we even get away with it here.
Well, yes. So I just cut a couple of the leaves out. I've got my big flower again. Everything's showcasing that paper pad. And then I've just got one tiny little one. All I've done with that is I've just pinched those petals. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue just behind there. And that's just going to go on the top there. So if I move that to the side, quite a nice and simple fold card, even with that tower on. But what it does is it showcases both sides in a little bit of a different way, I think.
Really beautiful, really different, but in a simplistic way, in a simplistic form.
Yeah.
Couple of folds, your white multi-purpose, and the rest done from your collection.
Yeah.
Of the paper in the 12 by 12. How beautiful is that? And then easily to create what Michelle's done with, you know, maybe you can't quite wait just yet till next week till these launch to make what Michelle's just done there. We'll just do exactly what she's done, but use one of your other pattern papers until this launches during the week. But these both launch together. These are your brand new Colours of Summer 12 by 12 paper pads. So what you have got is 36 sheets. These are all double-sided. Now you've got an array of colours when it comes to the florals. You've got your reds, you've got your pinks, you've got your greens into your blues, into your yellows, into your lilacs. Now one side is full of gorgeous florals. The other side, you've got a colour coordinated polka dot effect. Now each colour of your pattern paper when it comes to each of the florals will look completely different. So what I mean by that is that one is your reds, there is your pinks. So it's completely different floral imagery all the way throughout. But you've got your floral, so that one there is your 180 GSM, double-sided, 12 by 12, 36 sheets. And then you've got your coordinated 12 by 12 linens cardstock. So these colours all complement each of the colour tones within that floral / polka dot. 24 sheets, 12 by 12, and that's 250 GSM. Yes, it is indeed. So another one of our launches this week on Crafters TV that you're going to be finding coming your way very, very soon. We do have quite a few coming in there just saying you're loving all these collections, you cannot wait to get your hands on them this week. Terry said, got to have these papers. We've also got Beth Valona saying, I just want all the things. Betsy Thrope is saying, I better set my alarm early for these launches of the pads. You snooze, you lose. I think it could be the case. I really do think it could be the case, Betsy. Stephen is saying polka dots are basically an everyday paper, great for masculine cards and projects. Absolutely. Yeah, I'd agree. If you're stuck on a pattern paper for guys, then polka dots, you never go wrong with them. Becky's saying, sent a picture of my craft along. Thanks, Michelle. Not quite decorated. So the guys are just saying, actually, they are just working on that one right now. We've got, so Sandra is saying, Craig, can I ask a daft question? There's no such thing as a daft question, but she is saying, can you get spare blades for the Violet Studio paper trimmer? Yes, but we don't have them yet. They are coming, but we don't just have them just yet. But yes, they are replacement blades for the Violet paper trimmer. And then one for both of us, Michelle. Kirsty D is saying, my brothers are listening in, Chris and Kyle, and want to know if Craig and Michelle would say hello to them. They are first-time listeners.
Oh,
so that is Chris and Kyle.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Kyle. Welcome to the madness.
Yes. Yes. Hi Chris, hi Kyle. As you'll have just seen there a moment ago, with that up close of my eyes as to what Michelle was saying there, welcome to the madhouse. Absolutely welcome to the madhouse. It's a lot of fun here. You'll have a lot of fun listening in. So it's lovely to see that you are listening in to our shows today. Wow, beautiful blue eyes. Oh, this is now going to my close-up there. I thought it was a pattern paper. Wow, beautiful blue, and then I seen the eyes. Karen Welserell saying, what a beautiful make, Michelle. Karen saying, you make my day, Craig. Carletta saying, Craig, you're too funny. Sandra saying, poor Michelle, how does she keep going with such tormentors around? She's the worst one. She is the absolute absolute worst one. You don't even see at home what we see. Kathy,
It's this place, it does it to you.
This place, it does it. This place, it definitely does it. Yeah, definitely does. Everyone was saying until they started working here. Kathy Bright saying, beautiful card. Michelle Dean saying, beautiful card, Michelle. Barbara's saying, that's a lovely card. You're so talented.
Oh,
Lois is saying, beautiful card, Michelle. Thank you. And I love how the dots and the florals work well together. Crafty Angie saying, beautiful card, Michelle. Marianne Rosie is saying, such lovely designs. Olga has just put a load of eyeball emojis. She's also saying, beautiful card. So is Teresa. Donna's saying the same. Bethan's saying the same. Love that card, Michelle. Karen Wells, Sorrel, Craig. That's what makes CCTV so much fun to watch. And like any other craft show I've tried to watch, never change. We never will change. None of us will ever change. We don't want that for sure. And then Laura Gray saying, I love the colours of summer. Absolutely gorgeous. They really, really are, certainly with what Michelle just made there. A moment ago, do you fancy another launch? Well, we're going to come back in a few moments. We're going to show you what is potentially going to be my favourite launch of the week, and you'll not be surprised as to when we show you why I think that. But we're just going to take a little moment or two, get to know the team, get your copy, get a rest, check out your baskets from any upsell editions that you are looking at on Shop the Day today. Myself and Michelle and the gang will be back in a few moments.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right? Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does he do?
Exactly
what
how
does he do?
he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze. If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablet or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. Love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
All the fun that we have here on the channel. So many of you just tuning in there and saying how much you were loving actually what Michelle was creating there beforehand. I know she's got another demonstration coming up very, very shortly too, but just so much love still once again for, of course, the paper pads and the linen cardstock. So that is what we've got coming your way so far, but we're not finished there. We're going to have a look at now is what's potentially going to be my favourite launch of the week. So this is one big first look that we are looking at. It's not just one collection that we're going to be looking at. We have been already looking at, what's that, about 4 already? And we've still got a few more to go because it's going to be a big week on Crafters TV this week for sure. You're not going to want to miss any of the days, so tune in every single day and wake up call to see what products launch and when. Of course, you can always find it on our website as well. They tend to go live, usually, fingers crossed, just before 8 a.m. UK time, give or take, but it's always worthwhile bopping onto the website and then, of course, tuning in to Wake Up Call. If you are new to us, Wake Up Call each day is the first live show of the day where we showcase what is coming up within the remaining of that day. So it could be a masterclass, then a Monday Makers, or it could be, of course, a cartload, or it could be a craft, whatever it is. Wake Up Call is always your first opportunity to get your hands on the deals for the day, including a brand new launch. It has been known that some launches have sold out within Wake Up Call going into the actual launch day show. So that is a few already that we've showed you. But what about our delicate lace dies here? Now, we have got a sublime collection of dies here. Now, we have got, I mean, look at that. Isn't that absolutely exceptional? This one is your delicate lace create a card Leon lace. Now, you can see that square framework that you've got. Now, within these ones here, you do have your 2 dies. So you've got that beautiful lace framework that cuts out of your cardstock, but that middle panel there, that cuts into your card. So you could have that on its own, you could have the framework on its own, but look what it creates when you use them together. Of course, you can do your framework first. You could then cut that on its own and then use your guillotine or your square mat and layer dies to cut it out, and then you can lift it up on your foam pads and pop into the middle, of course, or use a square die to then cut straight into the center of there, elevate that, and then have your base pattern of the lace back in that background. So you've got different depths. That's just the Leon lace. You've then got your embroidered lace, so you've got more of your rectangle feel. Same concept where you've got all that beautiful lace framework all the way round. You've got your middle panel there with all of that curvature, all of those swirls as well with that foliage effect. But what you can then start to do is use them together, which is going to give you that effect there. Imagine some of your summer coloured cardstock from the linen cut into this one would look beautiful. So that's your embroidered lace. We're then going into our oval. So that one is your corded lace here. Same idea once again, 2 separate dies, use them together, that's how they're going to look. Use the actual out frame die on its own, that's how it's going to look. And then you've then got the actual inner detail die of the lace, and that's how it's going to look. So you've got your different options there. Let's not forget as well, these are wafer thin dies, foil press. Absolutely beautiful on the foil press. And then we're going to go circle / hexagon. You've got your torchen lace.
Sounds right to me.
Well, I don't think it's torchon. I think it's a
Yeah.
torchen lace. Torchon. So I don't think it's torch on lace.
No.
I think it's more emphasize the torchen lace. But you've got the 2 of them once again, same concept where you've got the 2 dies there. The outer die will cut out, but then it's going to leave that full aperture within that middle there, flat aperture. But use them together, that's how they look. That's how you've got that middle. So within this full set of 4 sets, so you're then going to get 8 dies in total. You've then got, essentially you've got your square effect, your rectangle effect, you've got your oval effect, and then this one is kind of like half circle, half hexagon with that one there. All in our brand new Crafter's Companion packaging. So slick, so sophisticated, and a lot more environmentally friendly. So that is the 4 that you are going to be getting. You know I love my nesting dies, you know I love my delicate dies. These ones here are your frame lacework dies. Another one of our launches that are coming your way this week on Crafters TV, but you want to see some finished samples, and that's what Michelle's got for you right now.
I have got some stunning finished samples for you. Again, just like Craig, I love any form of nesting die, and especially when you've got that kind of decorative element all around the sides. So that is absolutely gorgeous. Another one in the same, so this is, does that say what? No, that's telling me that they used watercolour card. But yes, you've got, look at that, you've got a mixture there, because there's nothing to say that you can't use more than one of these on your card. Look at this. Look at that gift box. You've got that beautiful frame on there, and look, you've got a gorgeous little shaker element tag with the lovely Daisy collection. And then again, so on to one of the different ones, you've got the ability to use the centerpiece as your stopper for any and all of your easel cards. I love this one. I love the blues. I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful card, but I'm loving the royal blue, the navy blue. This is Debbie Clough. How beautiful is it? Nice and simply on the front. Bring in some of your older collections in. How beautiful. They're very classic and elegant and quite timeless.
Yeah. They're classy, not trashy.
Classy, not trashy. Absolutely. I love that. So this one has purely been made.
George.
Sorry? Poor George. It's a good it's a good job. He gives as good as he gets, isn't it? How beautiful is that? Just using the whole thing to create the whole of that card base. How beautiful is that? That is definitely classy, not trashy. And again, you've got those blues with the white. You're going to bring in all your colours, all your card collections. You're going to bring in the new, look at that, how beautiful is that? You really, I mean, so if I bring this one in, you've got the nice, let me stand it up, there you go. You've got the nice, simple, lovely, small card, and then you can go right to the extreme and go huge with these, because you've got the ability to do that. And then lastly, we've got that circle/hexagon. Look how they've used it to create the background as well as that top on there. So that's Nicola Armstrong. That is stunning. I love that.
It's got a mandala feel, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, yeah. Let me, no, I was just checking it wasn't an easel card because I thought it was. Nice and simply on the front there. That would look beautiful with the Beautiful collection, those colours. But I'm loving that. And then lastly, just on the front of a nice simple, I can never remember what this card base is called. Is this a floating card? No, it's a floating card.
Yeah, I can see how it's that.
But how gorgeous are all of these? And again, the design team has gone to town because they are so amazing. And you're going to love these.
You absolutely are.
Absolutely.
You really, really are. Let's have another look at our boards again. Once again, we are just going to show you them, how they are going to come to you. So these are another one of our launches this week on Crafters TV. So within the set, you're going to get the 4 of them. This one being the Leon lace. So you've got that beautiful lace work that cuts all the way out. So that's the 2 dies and how they look die cut together. Use the frame on its own, use your centre die on their own, and of course you can then start to have a play with the different angles. You've then got your embroidered lace here. So we've just seen the square, we've now got our rectangle. Run along the same concept once again. This one I really would be inclined to going in with the black cardstock, some of your gold gilding waxes as well, or maybe your stay sticky glue with your gold flakes. They would look beautiful, or maybe your shimmer sprays as well that you're going to get this week when they're launched. But that's your rectangle. You've then got your corded lace here with more of that oval. So you've got the 2 dies, how they look together, how it looks just on its own within the centre, and then of course going in with the actual outer frame completely on its own. And then last but by no means least, we have got circle, but you've got more of that hexagon feel as well to it. That one being your torchen lace with the 2 dies there. Beautiful, with that kind of mandala-esque feel to it. Beautiful designs, all of which, let's not forget, cut them, emboss them, stencil them, and foil them with your foil press. So, see what I mean by on Friday when I was saying that myself and Michelle had an epic first look, because it's not just one launch that you've got. Do you want to fancy another one? Because we've got something that I've seen a few within past Sarah's signature collections, but I've never seen them in this forum. Now within this one here, what I will do is I'm going to put these finished samples here to the side for Michelle to show if she's not got any, because we've been sharing. Oh, have you got some, have you?
I've got some, yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. I wasn't sure if Michelle had any or not, because these are our wooden frame embellishments. Not only the wooden frame, but what you have got is a stamp that you're going to be able to stamp inside the framework. This is how they're going to come to you. Each of these components here have got their own individual stamp, but there's nothing stopping you from mixing and matching. Now it is your wooden frames here, so you can start to ink them, distress them. You can go over with your stay sticky glue and your flakes. You can go over with your heat embossing. You can colour them with your classics, your tri-blends, your illustrators, or of course you can start to stain them. But this is how they look. So you've got a few of each of the designs here. But look at these works. Now you've got some simplistic straight edge shapes here, some with more of that elegant swirlness, as well as some of the inner die cut pieces that you can see here. But all of these are designed so that you can then come along, stamp your sentiment onto your card, onto your project, or onto your cardstock layer, and then you can overlay the frame on top. You don't have to. You might want to use them as standalone frames, use them within your mixed media, in your gessos if you want to, but you've got that option here. Different stamps here, such as Love You, you've got Warm Wishes, Hello Friend, you've also got Lots of Love, Happy Birthday, all to name a few. Not only that, you're also going to be getting these ones as well. So you're going to get these, I think it's around about 2 of each design that you're going to be getting by the looks of it. And within each one, what it is in total, it is going to be your 56 pieces. So that's the framework and the stamps as well. But you're going to be getting all of these absolutely jam-packed full, loads and loads and loads of your laser cut. And that's the key thing as well. They are laser cut, and these are frame and stamps too. So you can start to colour them, change them if you want to. now elevating your memory books, or maybe your memory folders, or maybe your binders, or of course your scrapbook pages. But because these are your laser cut wooden shapes, they're very, very light. So if you do want to add them onto your cards or your projects, you can absolutely do too. But what you can also do if you want to, if you are choosing to use these ones, because other than, and it really wasn't even wooden frames, it was more like corners and borders from, I want to say, Vintage Diary. We had a few within Vintage Diary.
Yeah, we did.
So we've not really had that framework. So as I say, because they're lighter, you can pop them onto your cards, no problem at all. But I know that Michelle's got finished samples to show you.
I have got some amazing finished samples. So if you think it's just a wooden frame, what can I really do with them? Lots. You really can do lots, and I'm going to show you just how much you can do with these. So you've got this beautiful one here. You've got, do you know what that one is? That is the mirror from Friends. Well, it's not, but as near as makes the difference. Yeah. Doesn't it look just like it?
It does.
Yeah.
I'll be there for you.
Yeah, well, it's not a mirror. She has it round the peephole in the door, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got that. If you've got a Friends fan, they're going to love that particular one.
Could I be any more of a Friends fan?
Could I be wearing any more clothes?
Could I be having any more fun here on Crafters TV on a Sunday afternoon with you guys?
Look how beautiful, simple and elegant that is with just that one little frame on there. Absolutely gorgeous. But the fact that you're getting those sentiments with it, so you can be framing those up as well. You've got that belt buckle there. That could be Santa's belt buckle at Christmas, depending on what colours you use. You remember our bag pads that we had?
Oh yeah.
This has been placed on the front of that. A little bit of acetate popped behind, so you've got a little sneaky peek into what gift. How different does it make those bag pads look?
So different. That's an extra like £1.50 if you sell it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Nice and simply on the front of that teapot with some lovely flowers on there. You're going to be using them as tags on any of your bags and boxes. How gorgeous is that? It's beautiful. Got a little bit of vellum behind there. So again, if you're stuck on what you're doing with your vellum, you can be using them with these. Nice and bright. Look at that one. So this has obviously been inked up or coloured up in black. We've got some beautiful flowers on there. So you can be bringing all of your mediums, your colouring mediums, your inks and everything into these. Look at that. Is that a statement piece and a half? Guess whose that is? That's Sandy Brooks.
Sandy Brooks.
That is Sandy Brooks. But how stunning is that? They framed the frame and that looks absolutely amazing. Another one that I absolutely love. Look at that. You've got it down here in this corner with those leaves coming round. You've got the heart in the middle. A couple more, sorry. Look at this one. So you've got it hanging in the middle. How gorgeous does that look? And then we're going to go nice and small and simple. You've got, so if you're going to be using those frames that we were just showing you, those create card nesting frames, they're going to work beautifully with this collection. Absolutely. So again, the design team, you know when something's amazing because we get so many different samples through. So they've definitely been loving these. And again, not just for your mixed media, obviously you can see that you can be bringing these into all your bag making, your box making, and just your cards because they are lightweight enough to pop on there.
Yeah, for sure. Really makes a difference when it comes to your cards or your projects. And that is our final launch that we've got coming your way this week, or the final one that we are showing you that's launching this week, and that is your laser cut wooden frames as well as the stamps. So you've got stamps to go with all of these ones. They're designed size-wise to fit inside the stamps. However, you can of course start to mix and match and use the stamps completely on their own, or use the frames on their their own. But this is how they're going to come to you, looking like these ones here. But yeah, come along with all your different mediums to start to colour them or spritz them or leave them au natural. It's entirely up to yourself. So that is them that you have then got. And then we're going to go back and have a look at something just shortly. We've already had a look at the shimmer sprays, but we'll have another look, and you'll be able to use them with, of course, the wooden frames at all, as well. Melanie D, so I think this must be about our lace cut dies we just showed you. Do they cut well through the midi? Yeah, they will.
Yes, yeah. They should go through absolutely fine.
No problem whatsoever. We've got Laura Grace saying those dies are to die for. Michelle is saying wow, so this is still about those last set of dies that we've then got. We've also got Eleanor is saying you could use the Gildan Flakes and the glitter paste and the new shimmer sprays for all of these frames. You absolutely can do. Eleanor is also saying, I'm imagining putting photos. You could put photos inside them and then pop them in your memory album.
Yes.
Another good idea. Jane F is saying, really like the new lace dies. Barbara is saying, oh my, I love the wooden frame in the stamp collection. Barbara's also saying, oh wow, these are great samples that Michelle showed you. Benita is saying, love the frames, can't wait for them. And we've got Craig. Can we put specific wood type through the Gemini 2? If yes, what type of wood? You can't put wood through. You could put things like balsa wood, that really thin balsa wood, that can go through. But I wouldn't use them with the lace nesting dies. I wouldn't put them because they're far too detailed. So anything like your balsa wood, chipboard, I wouldn't be inclined to put chipboard through. I wouldn't put chipboard because that's still got quite a bit of thickness to it. The balsa wood is really quite thin. It's just like a layer of the wood compressed. So if you were to use that, I would use your simplistic matte and layer dies or nest and die shape, something that's not too full of detail when it comes to that. Other than balsa wood, I wouldn't put any other wood through your Gemini. You could just potentially break your machine, which we don't want that to happen. Laura Gray saying, you're killing me with all these new products. I know, killing me as well, because I've got no shows with them next week, so my wallet's going to take a hammering as well. Right, let's have another look at our shimmer sprays. We've got just under 15 minutes to go, and I know Michelle wants to do a little demonstration with these ones here. And you've got your new shimmer sprays. Now, within these ones here, you've got all of these gorgeous colours, 10 colours. Now, you've got your ice silver. So this is what it looks like on white cardstock. That's what it looks like on black. Same with the gold dust. You've got your sunset bronze. You've then got your deep seashell pink, firelight sparkle. You've then got your golden sunflower. You've then got your summer meadow. You've got your celestial maps, royal velvet, and then you've got your golden heather as well. So the shimmer that comes off of these new sprays are divine, and you can absolutely use these on your laser cut wooden frames. This is how they look. We'll come back to the actual bottles themselves once we've gone to Michelle, because I know you want to see a demonstration, but they're 50ml bottles. Absolutely beautiful. But then not only that, you're going to get a little care kit too. So you've got a complete bottle. It's completely empty, so it's exactly like the actual shimmer spray bottles, but without the shimmer liquid inside. You've then got 2 of the spray tops as well with the tube in, and then you've got a little funnel as well. So maybe if you're wanting to chop and change or mix your own little colour, you can absolutely do that. So that's another one of our launches that we've got coming this week. We did have a look at these at the start of the show, but we didn't do a demonstration. So let's fly across to Michelle and see what you can do.
I've got a nice quick little demonstration to show you with these shimmer sprays. So I've picked 3 of my shimmer sprays. I've got, I can't read them, just a minute. Celestial Map. I'm doing what my mum does. I'm looking above my glasses so I can see what I'm reading. Celestial Map. I've got the deep seashell pink and this one, this iced silver. So they are absolutely stunning. But I thought what we'd do first is we'd create ourselves a nice little background. So from the so the Wildflower Meadow stamp set that we've got, it came with those lovely stencils as well, you know, with our ink pads. I've just picked a couple of my stamps out of there. So this is a gorgeous little script stamp that I've got. So you can create this background first, or you can shimmer spray and dry and then create your background afterwards. It's entirely up to you, but it doesn't really matter. If you've sort of got a vision of what you're looking for, you can just sort of go for it. And you can see that I'm not re-stamping again or re-inking, because there's plenty on there, and I'm going to get a lovely second, third, fourth generation stamp, which is exactly what I want, because I also want some of the really light areas going on in there.
Okay.
So you can see from the first one how it really, really works its way down, which again is just exactly what you want. I'm going to bring in this one as well. So this again came with the same stamp sets. It's that lovely ink splodge, which always looks lovely. So again, we're not going to worry about if little bits do hit and little bits don't miss. We want that very much mishmash of stamping on there. And the fact that it goes lighter and lighter, again, it's exactly what you're looking for. Let's overlay that one just a little. I love that one. It's almost like you've you know, spilt your ink on there from your old-fashioned pen. So this one again, so that is part of the stamp with the fairy. It's all from this collection. I've cut mine up a little bit. I did it, Sheena says and Leanne said we should cut them up, make it easier to use, and I resisted, but actually when I was doing these backgrounds I went for it. So let's pop that right up there, and again it's okay that it's overlapping, because can you see how it's only inked on a little bit? Exactly what I wanted. Pop that there. Can you see, by not re-inking you're getting all those lovely different depths from that same one stamp. Pop that little bit there. There you go. So once you're quite happy with your background, which I am absolutely happy with that, you can bring in some of your inks. So I'm going to use these ones. I've got the Waterfall, the Raspberry Ripple and the Sailor's Wake. So I'm just going to go in and pick up a little bit of this, and we're just going to go around the edge. And we're just going to take all that starkness. We're really just going to blend away. I've picked these colours because they're going to sort of tie in with the shimmer ink colours that I've picked.
And essentially, Michelle, you're doing mixed media.
Yes, this is mixed media. As soon as I've put an ink pad onto some paper, that's my mixed media, because it's mixing your mediums, which you are doing. So I think as soon as you sort of say that to someone, they think, oh, that's not as scary as I thought then.
Not so.
No, and it can be daunting, just that word. I think when you see what Jan can do, because she is so amazingly talented, but when you can see what she can do, you can get a little bit scared. But what I'm doing is a mixed media background. I've got my different inks, I've got my stamps, my shimmer sprays are going to come in a minute. I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring in this huge one. So let's bring this in, take that off. We're going to pop that on there. And again, that's just the stamp from this. Don't let me bring in. So I'm using my waterproof one because I'm going to be adding my shimmer sprays. So it's just going to ensure that my inks are nice and set. So I'm going to go in with the flagstone, because I don't want the black, I don't want the real stark black. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off, because I don't want that first gen stamping, and I'm going to just across the bottom stamp that there. So again, I don't want it bold and in my face. So once you're happy with your background, if you wanted to add a little bit more pink in the middle, let's just blend it over. And then the pièce de résistance.
Okay.
Did I say it nearly correctly?
No, I think you did, yeah.
So we're just going to spray. So there we go. Lovely. I love the fact that some of these will splodge more than others, and some will give a different sort of a spray effect. but you get those droplets on there as well, and it looks amazing. And then when you put this over the top, again, you get such an amazing effect. So if I bring in my heat tool to give this a dry, I mean, I've got some quite heavy splodges there, so they're not going to dry. Maybe not quick enough. I've just seen the time, it's 5 to. That's what happens when you're having fun, isn't it?
Exactly. You know, and it's, even though it's a Sunday, for me it's gone in so quick with being on with, you know, yourself and Nicola and George and Tracy.
That's it. That's absolutely it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. While that one dries, I'm going to bring in the one that I'd already done. All you can see is I've added a different colour. I've added one of the greens on there, but you can see just similar things I've used, but you create such an amazingly different background. And then if I very quickly, I'll not glue these together, I'll just show you how they pop together. I've just inked my card. I've just inked, matte and layered 2 different colours. We're going to pop that on there. You've got all that really rough and ready edging. Can you remember earlier when I was ripping up those lovely vellum pieces? They're going to rip up and they're going to go on here lovely. Friendship is one of life's greatest treasures, is going to go on there. And then what I've also done is with some acetate, I've sprayed the acetate, so if I bring it in, you can see how beautiful it does set on the acetate. I've just used some of our glitter pastes, cut them up. We're going to pop a couple of corners on there. We've got our Friendship, the Wool Bit is the greatest. I've got all my little bits next to me. Is one of life's treasures. I've done it on the black as well, so you can add your black corners as well if you want to. Just by ripping lots of little different bits, popping them on, creating a really fabulous, fun, inky background, and then just adding a few bits on the front, you can really have a lot of fun with those inks, those sprays.
You absolutely can do. Absolutely can do. You know, Roxanne is saying it looks awesome. Crafty Andrew is saying, oh, Michelle, so nice. Lillian is saying fairy glade mascara. I'm not sure, I don't know, that's obviously gone over the top of my head. No. I don't get it. Sorry, it's not mascara. It's massacre.
Oh, massacre. I love that.
And no one corrected me there, it was just myself correcting myself going, no, that looks like St. Valentine's Day Massacre, horror on the brain. It's like, it's not mascara, it's massacre. Get it now, get it now. We've then got Melanie is saying, oh, we're doing demo of the show, are we? Right. Oh, right, okay, right, let's do it. 3 minutes left on the show, let's do demo of the show then.
So it's just the 2. Unless you're wanting to include the inky background.
Put it in.
Okay, so number 1, easel card. Number 2, those beautiful paper pads. And number 3 is that gorgeous inky background.
There you go. You literally will have a minute, if that, for Susie to get the votes in and to let us know. And that's going to go up against Michelle's craft along from earlier on. And then myself and Lily will do demo of the day, and then we'll demo of the week within Second Chance Sunday. So this first look has all been about having a look at all of our incredible Crafters Companion launches this week. This week is such a versatile collection of launches. We've had collections from the brand new Venetian Collection. We've then, of course, got our 12 by 12 paper pads. We've got our delicate lace nesting dies. We've got our laser cut frames as well. We've just got so much launching all this week on Crafters TV. Let's not forget as well the shimmer sprays as well. So we'll need you to do every single day at 11 a.m. UK time, 6 a.m. Eastern time, 3 a.m. Pacific time. Tune into Crafters TV, where you're going to be seeing which item is launching and and when and who will be launching it. All that I'll tell you is you've got a good number of days with Leanne back in the studio this coming week. Of course, what you can do prior to Wake Up Call, you can have a look on our website, up to a few hours beforehand. You tend to find the products on the website. If they're not there, don't worry and don't panic. They will be there just for Wake Up Call. So just make yourself available for Wake Up Call around about that time for you, of course. Then pop them into your basket and then get them checked out. Of course, you will get all your Club Inspires on top of all the new launches as well, but that is all this week. So before we end, let's have a look at some pictures while we get the votes in. But we've got this beautiful, look at that one there. Isn't it, Rosalind? How beautiful is that little bag? Isn't that beautiful?
That is adorable.
How creative is that? Lovely. And then we've got two pictures from Becky here. Look at that, the craft along with yourself, Michelle.
Oh, fabulous.
Isn't that fab? Just not decorated it yet, but she sent that one in, which is lovely to see.
Oh, brilliant. Look
Absolutely beautiful. Love how that looks inside and out. And then you've got that different effect there as well once she starts to decorate it. So that's from Becky, which is lovely to see. Right, we do have our vote in, and demo of the show does go to number 2.
Thank you very much.
Number 2. Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I know you had a busy
blast.
weekend, and it was lovely this morning working with you for the 2 shows.
Yeah.
When you next back in?
Oh, not well, the 30th. I'm at Hobby Maker next week. I've got one of these launches.
Oh, have you now?
Yes. And then I'm at Hobby Maker the week after, and then I'm up here for the 30th.
The 30th. Oh,
Yeah.
that is the day that I travel down to London for WWE SmackDown and Money in the Bank on the Saturday night as well, so I cannot wait for that one. Right, we've got Susie T on the socials again for Second Chance Sunday, but that is Michelle that is now off on her travels back home, and then Lily's going to be with me for the final show of the day, which is Second Chance Sunday. Do have a look on our website, go into shop the day. Okay, you can't purchase these brand new launches as of yet, but we do have deals on tape pens, card stocks. We've got some pattern papers as well for you to take advantage of, as well as our outline dies that were Michelle's craft along. All there, shoptheday.co.uk.com.au. If you are watching live, we will see you, all of us, minus Michelle, but including Lily, in a couple of hours' time. We'll see you then.